everybody, this is Anime Disrupt here, and the Crunchyroll Anime Awards is tomorrow, March 4th in Tokyo, so I just wanted to give my predictions beforehand, what I think will win and what I want to win. I will be skipping some of these, such as Best Voice Artist Performance in English. I didn't watch a lot of things in English, so I don't know too much about it. And so, Best Voice Artist Performance in Japanese, let's start with this. Some great choices here. I do think Demon Slayer will win this one due to popularity, maybe Attack on Titan, but I don't think that was that great of a performance. But I gotta give it to Made in Abyss. Those were some heart wrenching scenes and some great emotion there. So overall, Made in Abyss I think wins that one for me. Best romance. I actually did watch a good amount of romance this year, and I watched most of these. I didn't watch Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. I dropped that one. The characters didn't vibe with me, and Kaguya-sama I never got into. But of the four, I'm glad to see Love After World Domination is here because I think that's very underrated. So is I thought Call the Night was underrated, but I saw some of the categories here, not all of them, and I'm glad to see it's popped up. And the comedy Can't Communicate was great. So I think My Dress Up Darling will win, and I hope it does win. It was the best romance that I've seen last year. It was great, very cute, awesome to get into. The characters were amazing, and then anything with cosplay, that's just awesome, shining some light on the cosplay world. So that was really cool. Let's go with best fantasy. Great choices again. I don't think Vanitas will win. Jobless Reincarnation was great, but I don't think they'll win either. Really liked Ranking of Kings. I don't think Overlord will win either. I think Demon Slayer will probably win this just due to popularity, but Ranking of Kings was just so good. I really want that to win. Made Abyss is a close second, probably tied with these two. Just because this was so heart wrenching, so good. What a great anime. If you haven't watched it, would definitely recommend. Fantasy is one of my favorite genres, and so is drama. So let's go into this. Kotohara Lives Alone was heart wrenching, but I don't think it went for best drama. Due to popularity, I want to say Attack on Titan will probably win. Or 86. I know a lot of people really liked 86. But if I have to give my final predictions, I really want Made in Abyss to win. I think that's just a great dramatic scenes. But I do think Cyberpunk or Attack on Titan will win. I'm gonna finally give it to Attack on Titan just to popularity. I think best comedy. Let's see here. Best comedy. Uncle from Another World was good, but it just stopped due to production, I guess, and I'm not sure where that came. Manchester Darling, I wouldn't really consider that the funniest thing. I This was on my list, but never got to see it, and I wouldn't consider Qatar Lives Alone a comedy. I think Spy Family has some great comedic elements, and it was super popular, so I wanted to win, and I think it will win at the end of the day. Let's see, best action. Um, some really good choices here. I don't think JoJo's is gonna win. It was an okay season. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't the best. Same with Attack on Titan. I'm assuming here again, Demon Slayer will probably win this. Um, I wouldn't really consider Spy Family too much of an action, so that's it for me. And then Recoil was also really good, but I don't believe that will win. Oh, just straight up action, I gotta give it to Demon Slayer. The animated scenes were fantastic and the action was great. So I think it'll win. And I bet it will win. And I did vote for most of these, so a lot of this will be kind of what I'm voting for slash what I just assume will win due to popularity. Must protect at all cost characters. Let's see, Kage here. Um, Great character, but I'm not sure about the must protect. And then Boji got super strong at the end there, so I'm not sure. Spoiler alert, he got super strong. If you haven't seen it, so if you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend you see it because it is a great anime, and I don't think you must protect him maybe early on. And then Anya, not somebody you, uh, at least in my head comes to mind they really want to protect, but it could be. It definitely could be. But it has to be Kotaro Sato. If you haven't seen this, it's just a sad little boy that lives alone, and it is just a heart wrenching anime overall. So it it must be Kotaro Sato right there. Best supporting character. I feel like a lot of people are gonna vote Rebecca just because that was great. So I do think Rebecca will win. Who I want to win, in my eyes, from here, I wouldn't give it to Yor. I wouldn't give it to Tenjin or Kage, and I haven't seen this one, so I don't know. I would give it to Anya. She feels more like a main character than a supporting character, honestly. So on that technicality, I probably, may not want to give it to her there. But if we're saying Lloyd Forger is the main character, which makes sense, I have to give it to Anya. She's great, and then she's in a lot of the show, so it's hard to give it to anyone but her. Um, and then best main character, Chisato was great. I really like Chisato. Aaron Yeager was fine. Lloyd Forger, I guess you know see Anya and him a lot. I didn't like David, and Boji was few. I think Lloyd Forger will probably win, honestly, but I really want Boji to win. Boji's journey and his character arc was great to see, and how he matures and grows up and becomes stronger was just what made the anime really. So definitely best character for me, and he can't talk, so you're doing a lot of that, and you can't. Well, he can talk, but only Kage can understand him. So when a character understands you and you're trying to navigate the world, amazing, amazing best character right there. Best director, I'm not too sure. You know how much they influence and what they exactly do here, so I'm a little. I'm just gonna skip this one. And then best anime song, I don't know too many of these songs, so I'm also gonna skip this one. Best film, unfortunately, I haven't seen too many of the films. They are on my list. I've seen Bubble and I've seen Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. One Piece Film Red, I'm waiting for that to come out on streaming. And then I actually hadn't heard of these two, so I'm excited to get those on my list and watch them. Um, but of the Bubble and Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, I just have to give it to Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, since that's the only one I've really seen and I'm aware of. Best score. Again with best score. I don't know. I wish they had a little play here so that I can listen to pieces of these for all the music parts, since I usually skip a lot of the sequences. So you hate to see it. Same thing with the ending. The beginnings I did watch a couple, and I hope Call of Night has the opening, because that opening was amazing, and it's not here. Wow, that's actually crazy. If Call of Night was here, I would have voted for Call of Night. Other than this, I can't really say too much about the openings either, unfortunately. So let's continue to best continuing series. Continuing, I think JoJo's great, but that wasn't the strongest season. Kaguya-sama didn't watch that. Main Abyss was a fantastic season, so that's probably number three for me, or tied for two. Attack on Titan, the last season was okay. Demon Slayer, the last season was good, but I think unless you want to give it to One Piece every single year, I think One Piece, due to popularity, due to just what's happening in the story right now, is crazy. So you have to give it to that all the time. But if you want to give it a break from giving it best continuing series, since as long as it's going, I don't really see it losing. I would probably give it to Main Abyss, and or Demon Slayer. So I think One Piece will win, but if Main Abyss wins, that would be awesome. I really like that. And then best new series. I really like Call of the Night. That was great, but I don't think that was super popular with folks as much as some of the other ones. I think Spy Family and Cyberpunk Edge Runners are probably gonna eke it out. I think Spy Family will probably take it, and I wanted to take it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cyberpunk Edge Runners took it either, just because of how popular it is and how many people watched it, and the fact that it was on Netflix, and then not more people have Netflix. But then it's on Crunchyroll, so then who's really voting? I don't know. So I could see it going either way, but my vote is for Spy Family here. Definitely deserving. Best animation. Some actually really really good choices here. I wouldn't give it to Spy Family. They did use some like CGI with the background characters, which looks fine. I don't blame them at all. Makes things faster, and I don't care about that. But you can't have any crazy scenes, and I don't even know why it's in here. Honestly, like the animation was fine, but I wouldn't consider it best. Sailor's Uniform had some good animation, but I don't think it's gonna win. And Attack on Titan, I was actually that was fine. It was decent, but I assume it'd be between these two. Cyberpunk Edge Runners has some great animation, great colors, very fluid. Demon Slayer has its moments, and due to popularity, I think it'll win. And I would probably vote. I voted for Demon Slayer, so yeah, it's got to be that. Best character design, straight up character. Um, let's see. Oh wow, they don't show the characters here. So that's unfortunate. Um, but yeah, I'll come back to this one later. I'll put some screenshots up of what I voted for here, and what came second, what I think will win. So let's just keep on rolling. Best original anime. Original. I really liked Golf Girl Story. That was really good. The Orbital Children was okay. Yuri Deco was decent. I did not end up saying Healer Girl. Vampire in the Garden was also decent. So, in terms of for me, it'd have to be between Birdie Wing and Recoil. This is a little bit tougher because I really like Birdie Wing. So I think off of popularity, Recoil is gonna win, but I really hope that Birdie Wing, Golf Girl Story wins. It was really good anime, great story. Enjoyed it a lot. And finally, anime of the year. Let's see. There's a lot of heavy hitters here. I wouldn't be surprised if Attack on Titan won, but I don't think it was the best of the year. Recoil, I don't think so either. Demon Slayer was good, but we talk Vitality. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. It was fine for me. I know a lot of people liked it, but it didn't grab me as much. I did finish it. Spy Family was great, but I still don't think it comes. Yeah, yeah. In terms of what I think will win, I want to say again, Demon Slayer. It's super popular. It was a great season. Very action heavy. A lot happened, but just for me and my pure enjoyment of like what I want to rewatch, what I gotta rewatch. Rank 8 Kings probably tied again with Demon Slayer on my favorite this season, but Spy Family. I just enjoyed every single episode, and it was amazing. Um, so that's me. That's my anime of the year. Let me know what you all think below. If you disagree, agree, or have any other comments. If you're gonna see it live, let me know. It's a little early for me on my time zone, but hopefully everybody can see it. All right. This is Anime Disrupt, and the Anime Awards have officially been disrupted. Remember to like if you enjoyed the video and dislike if you didn't. Comment down below what you voted for or what you want to win for each category, and subscribe while you're down there.